Yesterday, the Fed announces its first rate cut in 9 months and signals more reductions are on the way. Is the market now getting overheated, or is this just the beginning of a parabolic FOMO rally to the upside? Let's get into today's swing trading review. All right, guys, lots of optimism in the market. Things are looking good. We are still, again, trending upwards within this channel on the SPY, and we just have to keep in mind that as we approach the upper part of this channel, we want to make sure that we have taken profits along the way. It could always, push through the channel, go a little bit higher up and then dip back down. That is a possibility, but we don't know when it's going to come, so we have to lock in a little bit as we go along the way. Triple Qs looks pretty similar. It is extended a little bit higher than the SPY in the channel. And, we did encounter first signs of resistance. That's why we have that wick up here. BMNR, Bitmine, Immersion Tech. A lot of people have been talking about this. I've seen some comments about it. And yeah, it's still looking pretty good. I still have a $80 price target on it. We gapped a bit up and we tried to push through and then it came back down. All that is really is that we had this level here, kind of like resistance from this area to this area. So we're just taking a stop here. I think it will push through, especially Ethereum may be gearing up to push to all-time highs. So, I think we're moving pretty well in momentum with Ethereum. Unlike, sorry to pick on Microstrategy, which has been grossly underperforming Bitcoin the past 8 months. I do think that a lot of new investors will come into Bitmine as this thing starts to pick up again. But overall, from a technical standpoint, it's we have very good structure, and $80, maybe even higher. This stock I expect to have very big pops, big pullbacks, so I prefer to trade it rather than hold it long term, but that is up to you. If it's if it's too much to trade it, you could always buy and hold. Microstrategy. So yeah, this is a site, pretty ugly one. Unfortunately, it has not been performing very well, nowhere near the performance of Bitcoin. Not sure what the exact reasons are. Some people saying it's too much ATMing. There are some things institutions do where I think they short Microstrategy and they buy Bitcoin. That could be playing into it. I don't know, but all that matters is the market has not been looking favorably on the stock, and I've been looking for an entry or some signs of life. And yeah, as soon as we broke through this level here, I knew it was gonna be very ugly. However, we have found a bottom, it seems, and we've broken out of this channel. So it's starting to look better for MicroStrategy. Once we get through this $360 level here, I think it will go up pretty much to 456, maybe 500s. But this is going to happen with Bitcoin breaking out as well. I don't think this will get up here unless Bitcoin reaches a all-time high. So, upside, 40% or so, maybe by year end. But again, like my chances better with BMNR, you have more upside here. Lululemon, I added this one in today. I mentioned it yesterday in yesterday's video that we have a support level here. This goes back quite a while. I'm not going to go back into it again because it was in yesterday's video. However, we are beginning to see signs of life, and we could take a trade all the way up to here. That's about 16%. Maybe take some profits off here. I'm not sure yet if it's going to go there. I just started a small position, and as long as it holds and it doesn't dip below this level, I think we're good to go up, and it could have a big reversal. We have a massive gap here around the 280s area. This would be like your, jackpot if this comes back up here, but it could take a while. Just watching it, and we'll add into it later. PayPal found its bottom here, it seems, struggled to break above one of the EMAs here, and it pulled back. I did get in on the pullback here, and hopefully tomorrow it begins to continue upward. If that happens, maybe I'll grow the position. You do have a nice risk to reward here. About $77, that's 13% to the upside, and if you place your stop around here, that's 5%. Tesla, we covered this in a couple of videos. You had a triangle forming here, or pennant, and this was after an extended downtrend. Once you broke out of it, that signaled that the momentum has shifted to the upside. And even this happened here, people got excited, then it pulled back to the line, and then it went up again, and it flushed people out a second time, and people got really frustrated. And I was one of those. However, once it gapped up here above this point of control, it was starting to get evident to me this is its third push upward. Once we started seeing this candle come up a bit, this was the signal to go long, and it just exploded so fast. We are up here to this resistance area. If we get a pullback to this gap here, as a gap fill, that may complete the move up and retracement. We could possibly find more upside to 489. The road there may not be in a straight line. It will be a lot of choppiness, I'm sure. AFRM just stalling here at this resistance line, but it did push higher. Looking for it to continue into tomorrow. IBM, this one I did scale out of a bit, but it has it started forming some nice structure, and I saw the strength in it today, and I figured I'm going to add back into it again, because this is starting to look like it is going to fill this gap here. That's the next stop. I don't see why it would just reverse here. There is kind of like is this a resistance level? Yeah, I guess like a resistance zone here. It could stall here. However, chances are high that it's going to go up and fill this gap. Also, another thing, how far is it going to get? If you take the length of this first move and you project it from here, it's going to take you roughly to 275, 277, which is close to the gap fill. So I think good odds on this one. Downside, your line in the sand here is 257. You don't want it to get below there, but we got a nice strong green candle, so looking for it to continue. NVIDIA seems to be forming an extended bull flag, or maybe like a rounding bottom around here. However, it seems that we have respected the 164 level, and we are coming back up. So if we break out of this channel here, this would be, for me, a possible play on a breakout with your stop loss will probably be somewhere around here. Bitcoin starting to show signs of strength here as we are at the midsection of the channel, and we are kind of stopping here and pausing at this wall here that is around 118. This is a high volume area, or a point of control. Once we are able to get past this will allow us to push up probably to 125. I think, though, the move for Bitcoin is way overdue. It is possible that we could come up, have a little bit of pullback, and then shoot up to 140. Chainlink, constructive stair step up. Next, we have a 27 level to break through, and my first target is $33 for the all-time high market cap. Solana, absolutely crazy action on it. It not just got out of the channel, it just keeps ripping. So this is looking very like a parabolic move here to 294. And I just have one last bonus here for you. This is CRISPR Therapeutics, and Kathy Wood has her eyes on this, and she has bought shares of this for her ETF. It's a very interesting company. They create technology that is used in gene editing for treating of diseases, and they have agreements with a pharmaceutical company called Vertex. And CRISPR is the one that is powering this technology, from what I get it. Very interesting stock. With the rise of AI, it's going to make its way into healthcare and detecting diseases before they happen in genes and trying to prevent them. Actually, Vertex has, I believe, 2 or 3 products that are already out, and they're being used in people for sickle cell anemia. And there's another one, but I don't remember the details. However, this is a interesting stock, and it could get hotter over the course of the year into next year. We have been in this mid zone. I know there's a lot of lines, but there's this mid zone here, and then we broke out of it, formed a long-term channel. Once we got out of this channel, that was your signal that momentum had shifted once we broke out here. Now, after we broke out, we had a very decent pullback to support, and that is really good because now you have structure, you have a confirmed support, and we are pushing up. So this could take us up to about $86 in the short term. That's about a 37% move. The stock has been way higher in the past, so there is always room for this to run. But as a short to midterm swing trade, about 35%. And one last thing, this channel is new, so if you found this information helpful, please let me know by clicking on subscribe. If you have any stocks that you want me to analyze for you, or you have any questions about swing trading in general, drop them in the comments section. I do read the comments and I will respond to you. All right, guys, take care, and I will see you soon.